The technology behind Nest cameras has always been great, but it's quite expensive to run the system. Well, now that's getting cheaper. So it's only been a couple of weeks since Nest went from being a subsidiary of Alphabet to being back in Google's hardware division proper, and already there are big changes. The biggest change being announced today is a new, cheaper subscription. Nest subscriptions were always on the expensive side. The free service was only 3 hours worth of video, and that's pretty useless for anybody. So most people who were buying a Nest ended up with a subscription, and at $10 a month, it was more than many of the competitors. Well, now there's a new subscription plan, $5 a month, and that gets you 5 days worth of video storage. So anything that happened in the last 5 days in the Nest Cloud for $5 a month. There's also a 50% discount on subsequent Nest cameras. So that means that until today, you will be paying $10 a month for one camera. From today, if you have 3 Nest cameras, you're paying $10 a month. So getting a lot cheaper. It looks like Google looked at the landscape, looked at what some of the competitors were doing. It's a very competitive market at the moment, and they realized they had to reduce prices. Just to give you an idea of what some of the competitors do charge, Ring, with its video doorbell and cameras, their storage service is 2 months worth of video, $3 for one camera or $10 for an unlimited number of cameras. Netgear, with its Arlo Pro 2 cameras, will give you a week's worth of video storage for up to 5 cameras for free. And then the subscription plans are $10 for a month's worth of storage for 10 cameras. So Nest is still more expensive than the competition, but it's a lot cheaper than it used to be. Also today, some new intelligence going into the system. The Nest Aware service is now able to tell you if it saw a person moving or if it saw a thing moving inside your activity zones and your alerts that you get. And you can also merge faces of people in the Nest system. It has this facial detection system that attempts to recognize who's coming up to your house. And sometimes it doesn't realize that it's the same person. You end up with multiple entries for the same person. Now you can merge them all together and tell the system, you know what, these are the same person, so put them together. One other big change with the iQOO indoor camera. Google is updating the firmware and adding the Google Assistant to the camera itself. That means that you'll be able to use the camera as like a Google Home, smart home device. You'll be able to issue commands. You'll be able to ask it to whatever you want to do, switch on lights, turn up the thermostat, all those kind of Google Home commands. You can now use the camera as an actual base station. So if you have it in a room where you don't have a Google Home, now you have a Google Home there. That functionality has not been added to the outdoor camera because you don't really want people walking by your house and shouting commands and doing things in your house as they go by. So some big updates from Nest today and that new subscription plan. Maybe this is a new, much more competitive Nest on the horizon now that it's under Google. We're going to wait and find out.